This is MC Reggie Fresh on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. And folks, who do I got on the phone right here?
Vernon Jones. Vernon A. Jones Jr. from Chester, Pennsylvania.
You from Chester Heights, Pennsylvania?
No, Chester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, just Chester, Pennsylvania? Oh, okay. Yeah. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, nothing much. You know, just relaxing here. You know, waiting for the Steelers season to start back up again.
You already know. Could you tell me, what did you think about the Steelers? What did you think about this year's season?
Well, I think that the season this year that just passed, toward the end, we lost a little bit because we had about seven starters that were injured. And so that didn't allow us to get past second round in the playoffs.
Right.
But I tell you, if everybody's healthy next year, I think we're definitely a Super Bowl contender. I don't think nobody can beat us.
You better believe it.
Beat Denver.
You better believe it.
Denver.
Okay, man. Okay, let me ask you this question here. If you was the owner or a coach, what changes would you make if you want to make any? What would be the changes?
The changes I would make right now, we would try to get a couple of good corners. Right now, our corners are older. They don't defend too well on the pass, on a strong pass.
Right.
We need to get a couple good corners. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Let me ask you this now. What made you want to become a Pittsburgh Steelers fan?
Well, believe it or not, I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan from 1967 when I was about 16 years old.
What
happened was,
okay.
I was 16 years old at the time. I'm 63 now.
Wow.
So what happened was, when I started watching football, I live in the Philadelphia area, 10 miles south of Philly.
Right.
And I was watching the Eagles game, and I was talking to my dad about football, and he said that, if you want to be a football fan, he's a Union man from Central. He said, if you want to be a football fan, he said, there's only one team in Pennsylvania that's a Union town. He said, that's the Steelers in Pennsylvania. He said, you're not jumping ship, you're not going to Dallas, you're not a fan of Washington. You don't want to be a Pennsylvania fan, but you'll never, ever vote for the Eagles, he told me. The Eagles are not loyal to their players or their fans. And that's when I looked at it, and I looked at the Steelers, I looked at the colors, one thing, black and gold.
Right.
And I said, you know what? I said, wow, they got great colors. Pittsburgh's a steel town, a union town, a lot of steel mills, and a lot of working class people. And, man, I was a Steelers fan ever since. I mean, I watched them during the time from 67 to 72 before we really made it to the playoffs and won a championship. It was a rough season, but,
wow.
You know, when we got there, I mean, it was like I was just a young man by then, like 72, 21 years old, 20 years old, and I was really into it. And me and my buddies used to watch the Steelers play. We would bet every down, whether they got a first down, $5 a down, if they got a touchdown, it was $10. We would bet every down on every game. So it was like me, my best friend Pudge, my father, my brother Jay. Okay, that's one generation. My father was one generation. I was the second. Okay, me and my brother Jay. The third generation is my son Lamar, who's in California. He's 42. He's 42. And my grandson Brian, who turned 20 yesterday, he's a third generation.
Well, man, you know, that's outstanding, man. That's very outstanding. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a trivial question, and if you get it right, you're going to get an MC Reggie Fresh Pittsburgh-style CD. Okay? All right, check it out. This guy was a tight end. He played in the 70s. He got 4 Super Bowl rings as well. And his number was number 89. Had an afro. Could you tell me who that player was?
Oh, my God, 89. Oh, my God.
I tell you what. I tell you what, I'm going to give you 10 seconds.
Okay, see, the two best receivers back in
No, it wasn't no receiver. No, I said a tight end.
Oh, a tight end?
Number 89.
Man.
Yes.
Oh, man, I tell you got me on that one.
Well, listen, I'm going to give you a hint. Okay. All I know is his last name is the same as Randall. the quarterback that used to play for the Eagles?
You got me, man, because Swan and Stallworth were my favorite receivers, so I didn't...
Well, do you know the quarterback that used to play for the Eagles?
Yeah, Randall Cunningham.
All right, then. So, number 89 is who?
Cunningham.
Benny
Cunningham.
There you go. And guess what? I'm still going to give you a CD, sir.
Okay, Benny, yeah. You know, that's you know what? Because just like tight ends today, they don't do a lot of catching the ball. You don't really see them a lot. So that was a good one. That's good trivia.
Well, that's all right, man. I'm still, because you've been a Steeler fan long as I've been one.
Man.
So guess what? You're going to get that CD. Now I want to ask you, do you want to give out some shout-outs to anybody?
Well, I'll tell you what. My son might be listening down the way. To be shout out to my son Lamar out in Los Angeles, California. He came home as a Steeler fan on July 4th, 1974, 7474. My oldest son, one of the most dedicated Steeler fans on the West Coast, Lamar. All right?
Okay, man. Then the last question I want to ask you, could you tell me what's the station that pays and the baddest station in the land?
The MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
Hey, you got it, man. I need you to hang around so I can show you how to get that CD.
Okay.
And there you have it, folks. That's Vernon Jones in the PA area on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.